Good. Very, very good. So, as I said, I want to thank you guys for being on the call. My name's Rakan K, and I'm excited to have this information. I've been thinking about this for the past 3 days, and I'm trying as much as I can to think subconsciously of what helped me build my organization, or what helped me keep my leaders around. And that's a huge problem, I truly believe, in network marketing, that people come and go. And you gotta understand that it's a part of the business. But once you understand the how to keep majority of your team around, you'll understand how building doesn't become a business. It really becomes some type of residual income. Right? And I remember when I first got started in the industry, I've had teams, lost teams, had teams, lost teams, had teams, lost teams, and I could not figure out what was I doing wrong. And once I wrote it down, I figured, I'm like, okay, I know what I'm doing, I know what I need to do, and I know what I need to tell the team to kind of start producing some heavy results. Now understand this: there's some of you guys that are new on the call, right? And there's some of you guys old on the call. If you are new on the call, welcome. First of all. Number two, I'm going to be talking about how to launch somebody. But if you're new, understand that I'm having a one-on-one conversation with you right now, right? If you're not new on the call, take advantage of this information, because this information will help you launch somebody new, right? And I'm telling you guys, launching somebody and keeping them around, if you master this, even if you have a small team, you'll always build to something bigger, right? Understand culture and keeping people around is what pays a lot of money in network marketing, right? It pays a lot of money in network marketing. So I remember I talked about this last week, and I said that when I get somebody involved, as much as I can, I'm gonna tell them that, look, listen, I need a commitment from you for 90 days, for 3 months. I need a commitment from you for 90 days, because I understand that if I have to wait on the results for only 1 month, I'm kind of gambling. I don't know how the month is gonna act in Forex, and I don't want to recruit people to them like go. I don't want to keep recruiting, and keep doing this cycle. I want to make sure that I'm retaining customers, right? So let's say you have somebody that you got started, or you somebody that got started. There's a couple things that I do with somebody that I guess that I do it subconsciously, but understand, take these notes, right? As soon as they get started, I'm going to give them a call, right? I'm going to officially welcome them to the team, right? After, of course, I add them to the WhatsApp chat and everything. I'm going to officially welcome them to the team, and I'm going to, as much as I can, to have a connection with them. Now, I understand majority of you guys are building your business on social media. Nothing wrong with this. I built something on social media, but understand social media is very broad. You want to make sure you have a personal connection with that person. And once you're having a personal connection with that person, it'll be easier for you to understand their goals, understand their whys, understand what they're doing it for. Not everybody that comes into our organization wants $1 million. Understand this. Right? Understand this. You have to be really a good communicator with your team. You got to understand where they're coming from and what they need out of the system. So you, as a leader, can accommodate this. Right? So you, as a leader, can accommodate this. So if you're new on the call, I need you to write down this stuff. You need to figure out your why. You need to figure out why you're doing this. Right? You need to figure out why you're doing it. So do this, of course, after the call, but understand, just write your why after the call, right? And you got to ask yourself, do you understand the business model? Are you going to build with us? Are you only going to be a customer, right? If you're launching somebody, you got to ask them, hey, listen, are you here to be a customer? Are you here to build with us? Now, a lot of people tell me, I'm going to just trade until I see results, and then I'm going to start building. That's a builder. Now, there's a lot of people that listen, I'm not into this building thing. I'm going to trade forever, right? Even if I have people that want to get involved, I'm not really going to get them involved. I'm just a trader. I'm just here to use your services. I don't know if I'll refer them, it's cool with both sides. We need to have customers, then we need to have builders. Understand that concept, right? Understand the concept. So, the first 24 to 72 hours, I think, are the most crucial crucial points in business that once somebody gets started. I'll tell you guys why. It's because the level of excitement is at an all-time high. So this is the time where if they're building, you gotta set them up with everything. You gotta set them up with their list. You gotta set them up with an event. You gotta set them up with everything. Because once you act fast on it, right? Once you act fast on it, they'll be more likely to come into to your, to come in with some heat into your organization. And understand, not everybody's gonna come in just right at once and slam the system. It didn't happen with me, I'll tell you that much, right? I'll tell you that much. So understand, when the first 24 to 72 hours, there's a lot of things to be involved, and I need you guys, write this down. I need you guys, after the website launches at 12 o'clock tonight, once somebody gets started, they need to watch the Figure Canada modules. So there's module 1 to module 5. They gotta watch all the modules. Why? Because they'll understand what we're in, they'll understand what we do, and they'll understand why we're doing it. People need to know why we're doing what we're doing. And once they understand why we're doing what we're doing, guess what? It'll be easier for them to actually share what we have, right? Now here's a tip for you guys, and this is from my builders. The 3 for free should not be an option. The 3 for free should not be an option. Why? Because if your customer gets started with you and they're not seeing results their first month and they haven't got the 3 for free, they're most likely maybe stay another month, but we're most likely gonna put the membership on hold, right? Or maybe cancel the membership, whatever it is. Like, I didn't see results. Now you gotta understand, when you're trading in the Forex market, it is, what we do is education. So them getting results in the Forex market the first month is more likely to happen, but if it doesn't happen, you're gambling with your organization. It should not work that way, right? This is a business. We're not gambling it. It's a business. So you gotta know your numbers of the business, right? So help them get their membership for free. And here's something that I get a lot. Like, hey bro, I can't share my results if I can't share this opportunity, I can't share Kavera if I don't have any results. Who's ever got that before, right? I can't share this if I don't have results. And I'm one of the guys that kind of hate that, because I think it makes no sense, right? If you're coming to a gym and you're trying to work out, you're gonna, not share the gym because it hasn't worked for you. That's really stupid. That is really stupid. And that's what I tell people. I'm like, well, if you go to the gym and sign up at the gym, you're not gonna tell your people because you haven't seen a result in the first month. That doesn't make sense. Right? Some of the times, some people get faster results than others. So you gotta have the posture when you're talking to them. When somebody tells you that, you gotta know how to rebuttal that. You gotta know how to overcome that, right? Overcoming objections is not only with people that didn't sign up, even with people that are already involved. Does that make sense? Even with people that are involved, they have objections. You gotta overcome these objections, right? Because think about it this way. And this is what you tell them, especially if they're trying to build. If they're subconsciously trying to build, be like, look, listen, well, you're telling me you don't have any results, so you can't share it. You told me you want to build this business, right? You told me you see the vision of the Canadian team. You see the vision of Kavera right here. You see what we're trying to help people with. If you wait on your results, and then you actually get results, and then you involve a couple of people, and then they have to wait on results, and you will never hit 6 figures in network marketing. Right? Because everybody's waiting for results. He's waiting for her results. She's waiting for her results. And everybody's waiting for other people's results. It's going to be hard for you to build to 6 figures. Right? It's going to be very hard. People share off belief, not off results. Understand this. Write this down. People share the system of belief, usually not off results. Right? So just give them belief that they can actually share their business. So usually my response to these people, write this down. I'm like, look, listen. Thousands of people have joined this business. Thousands of people have been profiting. You've seen the rooms. You've seen the people. You've seen the testimonials. I'm pretty sure you joined because you related to somebody in the room. You joined because you know you're going to benefit out of this. Let's waive your monthly fee so we don't have to ever worry about that. Because guess what? If you're a customer or if your friend, your family, whoever gets started with you, they get started with the platform and they get the membership for free, they're not quitting. You're extending their I quit date. You're extending their I quit date, because guess what? If they're for free, why would they leave? They'll always be using the services. They'll be using our education. I hope you guys are getting this. Right? So once I get on the call with them and you know, I get them the response. I usually have a certain responsibilities that I give them. Now, I don't force them to do it. I let them know what they should do. If they do it, you know I'm working with an A+ customer. If they don't do it and they're, you know, sometimes they're responding, sometimes they're not, just know you're not working with the best customer that you want to have. Right? So understand this. As soon as I get started, I'm going to get them on the call the first 24 to 72 hours that they're building. I'm going to get them into Covera Canada, modules 1 to 5, and then I'm going to give them some assignments. Hey, look, listen, I need you to start watching the Forex videos. Now, as soon as you click on the products and the Covera site, there's the first page, which is the FX1 page. There's a couple of videos, right? I truly believe all of them probably take 30 minutes to watch the entire thing. Just the first page, right? It just gives you who Dave Bush is, why we're trading, what kind of trading we are, what is Forex, yada, yada, yada. Once they get that system in, right? Once they watch the videos and take notes with it, you're working with somebody good, right? And be like, look, listen, just get that over within the first 3 days to 1 week. Get that over with, right? We got to get that over with within the first week. Now, you got to let them know what the schedule is. Right? Let them know what the schedule is. Look, listen, every single Sunday, we have our Sunday Momentum call with the Canadian team, where every single Sunday, we have some value to give out to the teams, sometimes motivational, sometimes how-tos, which is like today, right? How to launch somebody, sometimes sharing testimonials from other people, but it's like a mental shower that we come in every single Sunday, and I truly believe it's important for you to plug in 30 minutes every single Sunday. I think it's perfect, right? Give them and let them know the value of attending at least one event a week. Just one event a week, right? An hour, 2 hours of your time every single week to raise their belief level in the system, whether they have people or not, right? Attending something every week, listening to it every single week is very, very crucial, right? And I'm pretty sure with the Covera system, once they watch the videos, they'll understand how to do a one-on-one. They'll understand how to pitch the information. And it's going to be really, really good. So that's the first 30 days, right? The first 30 days, I'm going to get them through these tips, and I'm going to let them know what they need to do. Now, day 30 to 60, this is usually when people go on a live account, right? Not everybody gets started with a live account. I'm not for or against it. I have different areas different opinions about it. I truly believe some people should get into with the live right away, and some people should get the demo right away. The best solution that I've seen are the people that went to the demo within the first 30 days and then went on a real account, right? Because when you're getting on a real account, as soon as you get started, all you're thinking about is I'm gonna copy and paste and make money. Now, that is in a sense true, but if they know what they're doing, they'll probably make 10 times more money. That's why we tell people, look, listen, get involved with the demo account, get comfortable, and then after get on a live account. This is why it's important for them to share the opportunity with the first 3 people so they can waive, they can get that out of the way, right? Now, this is the tip within the first 30 to 60 days. Make them $1. Write this down. I have to make them $1. Now, I'm not saying $100. I'm not saying $10,000. I'm not saying $1 million. $1. Get them a check, whether it's through the Forex market, whether it's through the cryptocurrency market, whether it's through residual income, whether it's getting the membership for free. That's credit. That's almost $200 in credit, right? Get them some type of result. Once people have results with you, they're more likely they're going to be staying with you, right? And we'll talk about retention in a bit. So, day 30 to 60, you get them on a live account, and this is the time where you build the culture with your customers, right? You got to be in contact with your customers. You got to be texting them privately. You don't have to only just put them in a group chat and just hope for the best. You got to privately message them, calling them on a every couple of days, checking up on them, right? You got to have them within the culture. If your leaders are going out, make sure you're going out with them, because why? They want to hear somebody else's result. I'll tell you something. I made the decision to build one. I remember we had an event once. I had nobody there, and they decided to go to a shisha bar after, and I came in, and somehow I was sitting beside Kane, and I had a conversation with him, and everything changed. Once I had that conversation with him, boom, everything changed. I started building the next day. It's important to implement culture in your team. Important to build culture with your team, right? Get them involved in trainings. Get them involved on the calls. Get them involved with the leader. Get them a part of the organization, right? Get them involved a part of the regional that we just had. Get them a part of the team, right? And get them to understand our model. Write this down. They have to understand our model. Why network marketing? Although it's going to be explained in Figure Canada, but you as a leader gotta explain again, right? Why network marketing? Why our organization? Why our leadership? Always you gotta edify the leaders, right? We have the best leaders in the company, etc. Right? We had a top leader hit a milestone in the Canadian team just recently. Not even the Canadian team, in the company, right? Always edify your leaders. Right? Always edify your leaders. Get them sold on what we have going on, and once they're sold, you get a paint the vision. And leaders that have huge organizations are very good at painting the vision of what's happening in the future. If you are personally enrolled by me, no, every time subconsciously I'm sitting down with you, I'm always talking about something that's happening in the future. Right, I'm always talking about our team, what's happening in the next 2-3 years. I learned that the hard way, since I've had teams and I've lost teams. Right, since I've had teams and lost teams. So that's day 30 to day 60. Now day 60 to 90 is when we're focused on a rank right now. Right, I'm pretty sure they already have their membership for free. Now we're focusing on a rank. Now we're focusing on that business builder, on that executive, on that premier, on that platinum, on that global. We're focusing on a rank right now. Right. You want to teach them why they should build big right now, right? And once that's happening, once they're looking at a rank, now you got to be focused on one upcoming event. That's how you keep people, because every 90 days we have something going on in the team, right? So August, September, October, November. Guess what we having in November? We're having Miami. We're having France, right? We have our convention that's happening in Miami. Get them, right, listening or looking forward to that event, right? Be like, listen, we're going to travel as a team. It's going to be huge. It's going to be big. And that will keep them in the team for the next 90 days, right? Now, I'll give you guys a tip with customers. Do not babysit your customers. Do not babysit your customers, right? Create distance or you will handicap your customers. Create distance from them. Right? Because people should rely on the system, not rely on you. The whole point of residual income is them relying on a system, not on you. Because if you're helping them every single minute, hey, this is the test, do this, they're always going to be relying on you. And once they're relying on you, they'll always be messaging you, and that will turn into a job, not as residual income. And I did not sign up to be at a job. Be honest with you guys, right? So that's pretty much how you launch somebody in the first 90 days. Now, let's talk about how to keep your organization. Let's talk about how to keep your organization moving, right? If you guys got some value out of what you watched, drop a 222 in the chat. I want to see if y'all got some value. If you took notes, drop a 777. Let's see who took notes. Oh, all y'all took notes now, huh? Very good. So, and I'll have our guest speak about retention. I'm pretty sure he's gonna have some philosophies, some motivational stuff for you guys. But these are some tips that I needed to focus on retention, and they really helped me recently. I'm talking to very recent on how I can have some retention on my team, right? So, tip number 1 with retention: dig deep, start taprooting. Right? Dig deep, start taprooting. If you know how to dig deep and start taprooting and find the people that are right here for the long run. Find people that are here for the long run, right? You understand. every single Sunday, once I have a speaker that's speaking, trust me, I go through the list of who's on the call because I want to make sure that I know who to work with. And if you're not constantly on the call, I know that you're not a leader, and I should not be working with you. I should not be working with you. Understand this, right? So when you're finding people that something that I look for is pretty much, a talent. I locate talent on the team, and I pretty much support them and work with them, right? Not only talent, I'm looking for activities as well, right? I want to make sure whoever I'm working with is plugged into the system. You know what I hate the most is when people get started, they maybe hit the rank of business builder, maybe executive, and then they go out there and create their own team. I have no hate about it. It's cool, but I'll tell you something. Your team will lose their momentum once you unplug them from the source. Right? What happens when you unplug something from the source? You're holding everybody on your shoulders and you're calling yourself the millionaire mentor now. It does not make sense. It does not. If you don't have a huge organization, I'm talking like global platinum huge, you should not be having your own team name, right? Your own group chat, your own Telegram chat. That should not be there should not be a thing in the team. Because guess what? You're putting everybody on your team and you're putting, because if their success depends on you now, and that turns into a job, it does not turn as a residual income. Understand, people are plugged in, and that's how people are always duplicating. Once you unplug your team from the main leadership, this is once you start failing and your team will start dying. I promise you this. I have seen this over and over and over and over again. Once you unplug your team from our organization, your team eventually will die. Trust me, I've seen it way too many times, right? So, this is tip number 2. Be a rock, right? Be a rock. I had a guy reach out to me the other day, and he's like, Rakan, you're so good at it, at Kuvera. Why didn't you do something else on the side? I'm like another company? They're like, yeah. I'm like, why would I do that? Like, average millionaire has 7 streams of income, so you should be involved in a couple of network marketing companies. I'm like, well, that's the most stupid thing I've ever heard, right? Average millionaires have 7 streams of income. Yes, after they created $1 million out of one stream. Multi-millionaires have 7 streams of income, not a millionaire, right? You making $500 here, then making $500 there. That's too much. That's some baloney. Like that, it just never works. You always focus on one thing until you make $1 million, then you can diversify, right? Understand this. Write this down. The main thing is the main thing. The main thing is the main thing. My network marketing business is the main thing. I don't care to do nothing beside it. The main thing is the main thing. I see people promoting like milkshakes and then promoting Forex and then promoting shirts. I'm like, you're confusing people. You're confusing your team as well. Because if they see your team, if your team sees you promoting a couple other stuff, constantly do it, it's not a one time, just constantly doing it, they're gonna think that it's okay to do it. And guess what? If your team is distracted, they eventually won't produce. Right? The main thing is the main thing. The main thing. Right? Tip number 3, utilize fast start training. Now, starting this Friday, every single Friday, we're gonna have somebody on our organization, somebody in the Canadian team is gonna go live in the Figure Canada group chat, Facebook group chat, and he's gonna go through our success. I'm gonna create a success manual, and they're gonna go through the success manual, right? They're gonna go through a success manual, and you always plug in the new people to the Friday success manual training, always, right? How to kickstart your business. Every single Friday, I believe 6 or 8 p.m. I'll figure that out. Every single Friday, right? And we're gonna have, as soon as we're done the call, we're gonna have a one group chat for the entire Canadian team. It's gonna be Figure Canada group chat. It's not really a group chat. It's a broadcast on Telegram where all the major events, all the major updates are gonna be on that chat, and you pretty much can share it with your once you plug your team into that chat, they'll see what's going on in the Canadian team, because I truly believe we go crazy on the group chat, the WhatsApp group chats, and I feel like stuff just gets scrolled by because I know people have jobs and stuff. So I truly believe the Figure group chat will be very, very valuable for what we do, right? The mistake that I see a lot of people in our organization is that they give too much information. And I'll tell you guys a story with myself and plants. You know, I remember my mom traveled and she told me to take care of her plants. And if anybody knows me, knows that I'm the worst when it comes to like home stuff. I'm just not good. I'm just not good with it, right? I cannot for the life of me. So, you know, I thought that I'm doing a good job because she told me, like, just do it once a day, right? I'm like, oh, I'm going to take good care of it, right? I'm going to do it a couple of times a day. And I ended up over watering and they ended up dying. And she yelled at me when she came, but that's beside the point. But understand, when you're giving your team too much attention, the exact same thing happens with the plants. Because if you're over watering your plants, you're all giving too much attention to your team, too many trainings. Because guess what? The average person that gets involved in what we do is usually, you know, is doing it part-time, right? Is doing it part-time. So if you tell them, look, listen, we have a call every single night. We got to do this. We got to do this. You got to have 11 calls. Follow this. Do this. They're going to be like, I didn't sign up for this. I did this for a couple $100. This is not worth my time. Give them one small system that they can work on. When they're serious, they'll start increasing their stuff, right? So when I'm telling them to come to every single event. I tell them to focus on one event. Especially if they're new and they can get part-time, right? Tell them to focus on one event that they invite the most to it. Now, if they would like to come to all the events, be my guest. Be my guest, right? The more, the better, right? Now, on the opposite side, you gotta give attention to your team, right? To your leaders, not even to your team, to your leaders. You gotta give attention to your leaders. Some of you are, absentee leaders. Some of you are absentee leaders, and shame on you. Shame on you if you're an absentee leader. If you go missing for a month or two, and you see your team quit, and you go give them crap that they left, it's your responsibility. It's on you. It's not on them. You left. You didn't help them when they wanted you to help them. Because if somebody's getting helped on a daily basis, it's very hard for them to quit. If they have a connection with you, it's very hard for them to quit. Right? Understand this. Do not tell them that, they're not good. You left. So just as a leader, leaders take the most blame. So take the blame and be a professional about it and just move on, right? Understand that if your team is doing nothing all week, promote one call. What if they're busy, so busy that they can't do nothing, they can't come to events, they can't do this, they can't promote the Sunday calls. Every single Sunday, we're coming out here and we're helping people. Every single Sunday, we're coming to help more people, right? Every single Sunday. And make sure that your people, your team, is not only seeing it in the group chats, seeing it on your social media, that you're promoting what we do right here on social media. Tag the leaders that you're working with, right? We have a superstar upcoming. Go tag him on social media. Tag myself. Whoever's on the call. Me and Ken are going to be, switching between these calls every single week. Tag the leadership. Show people who you're working with, right? To create curiosity, right? That's another tip. Another tip is travel to your leaders. Travel to the leaders that deserve traveling for. Don't travel to people that give you a headache. Travel to the leaders that are worth traveling for, right? I've done so many one-on-ones with my leaders that are like an hour away from me. Just one-on-one. I'm going just to meet one person. And I'm pretty sure they're capable of doing the one-on-one without me. But as a leader, my responsibility is as soon as I know that the leaders they're worth working with, I have to show up, right? One of the last couple tips that I want to give you guys is keep on leading. Leaders always lead by example, and they never manage people. When I got started in our system, I didn't sign up for somebody to manage me, right? Because I would have quit if somebody actually managed me, right? And show your team that you're doing so, and just don't tell them just to do it, right? Be a good person, be a good leader. Don't call yourself a mentor. Like, I hate people when they, I think, like, I hate when people call themselves a mentor. I don't even call myself a mentor, I'll be honest with you guys. But lead with love. Lead with love. Lead with determination, right? Don't manipulate, no drama. Just make sure you're a leader that somebody loves working with you, right? So with that being said, I want to thank you guys for being on the call.